Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Constance the Reader, and today we are doing the mid-year book freakout tag. Now, I had already filmed this last week, but then I saw Pages with Paige. Their video had more questions, and it was like, I just really liked it. So, the original creators of the mid-year book freakout tag were EarlGreyBooks and IsThatChami, but then there were extra questions added, apparently by GavinReadsItAll. So I really liked the extra questions. And the last video, it was okay, but I usually write down my answers so that I don't go on a weird tangent or a long tangent. They're never weird, they're just always very long. So that's what we've done this time. I actually sat down, looked at my story graph, and really dug into it because there's a lot of stuff I actually forgot I read this year. So thank you so much. But without further ado, let's get into the mid-year book freakout tag. First question, how has your 2025 reading year gone so far? Honestly, I think it's been really great. With some of the questions that show up later in this, I kind of had a hard time, even with the last one, trying to figure out things that were like a huge disappointment for me. I feel like I've done a really good job of finding things that I will enjoy. Maybe I might not absolutely love it, but I haven't really encountered a lot of stuff in, especially this year, that I have just hated, you know? I am reading more manga and manhwa than I am reading regular books, which could play a role in that because I felt like I had more disappointments with regular books than manhwa and manga. I just feel like I know what I like with that versus, it can be hit or miss sometimes with anything else, but I would say that 2025 has been a great reading year. I've already exceeded my reading goal, which was 200 books for the year. I think I'm at 200 something. I don't remember, but it's going really good. I'm really happy. And, you know, I hope for everyone else, the same thing is for y'all, that y'all have had a good reading year and that the rest of the year is also very, very good for you. Next, what is the best book you've read so far in 2025? This is not a one answer. This is not one answer. Okay. And this is whittled down. All right. This isn't even everything. Dangerous Convenience Store. Y'all were there with me when I was reading that. And it was just so good. King of Ashes by S.A. Cosby. So this is one of those where I had to go back into Storygraph. Totally forgot I had read that. That is so good. I always talk about how much I like S.A. Cosby's books. I did some rereads this year for my book club and just for personal reasons. And S.A. Cosby, King of Ashes, that came out in June. I got that on NetGalley. Was so happy that I got a proof for it because I was really thinking I wasn't. So good. And honestly, I think there's only been so far, I haven't read some of the short story collections that he has written for, but there's only one book I haven't read, and that's Blacktop Wasteland, I think. There is not a single one I've read, though, that I didn't like. But I have to say, I think King of Ashes was my favorite. The ending was crazy. I don't know that that will ever like be turned into, like, if it'll get a sequel, but it very well could get a sequel. And I would love to see where we go from there at the end of that, because it was just, oh, it gives me chills to think about it because it was such a good audiobook. I really liked the way that book just was paced. I liked our characters. We got more POVs this time, which usually we're really just following one POV a lot of the time, sometimes two, but this one was like 3, maybe even 4 point of views, and I just enjoyed it. So yes, that. I read Pleasure and Corruption this year. I really liked it. I had a lot to talk about when I was reading that one. My Dress Up Darling, phenomenal. The Honored Vow by Melissa Blair. I forgot I read that. I also reread the whole series with Devin. It is such a good conclusion, and honestly it makes me kind of want to reread the whole series again, but I love the Halfling Saga. I would recommend that time and time again if you're looking for a fantasy. Now at the time I didn't really, I don't want to say I didn't want to accept the romantasy tag. I think I just kind of felt like, is it romantasy or is it just me? It's romantasy. It's so good. I love our main character. I love all of our side characters. I love where the story was going. I love how it ended. If this became a movie, it would be so awesome. Punch Drunk Love. Absolutely loved that. I'm glad I finally finished it because I think I might have started it the year before because I read it physically. And that was when I picked it up. I didn't really understand like reading manhwa online. So when I finally got to read it all, I think on maybe Tappy Tune. I can't remember which platform I read it on. I was like, oh, so glad I got to see the ending of that because it was so good. Painter of the Night, Jinx, Low Tide and Twilight, Hard-Boiled Love. Okay. I had a lot of bangers this year and I'm really happy about it. Best sequel you've read so far in 2025. I really enjoyed Worst Soulmate Ever Proposal. I really liked I Didn't Mean to Fall in Love. I tried to think of things that were literally just 2 volumes. I mean, who knows? Worst Soulmate Ever might end up getting a 3rd. You never know. They might surprise us. But I haven't really read a lot of sequels, traditional sequel. You could, if you want to say the 3rd book, because it's a sequel too, the 2nd book in the Halfling Saga, I really liked An Honored Vow. But as far as manga is concerned, it would be those 2. It's going to be Worst Soulmate Ever Proposal, and then I Didn't Mean to Fall in Love. Favorite reread of this year. So I reread My Darkest Prayer. That was really fun to reread. Hard-Boiled Love. I read that. I think I read that in April. Absolutely loved it. Then I reread it in July when I went to Arizona. Such a good reread. Oh, it's been crazy. I can't believe it's going to be over soon. Please let there be side stories. Please, God, let there be side stories. And then the Halfling Saga. Like I said, I reread that with Devin because he started reading it for his book club. I was really happy that he chose one of my books that I suggested. And as usual, he loved it. Just like my sister loved when I give her a recommendation. So I'm awesome. Genre you've been loving reading the most. Definitely romance of some kind. BL, GL, shoujo. Like, I've been reading a lot of romance focused things and I've really enjoyed that. I also always enjoy fantasy. I haven't read as much fantasy, adult fantasy recently, but I want to get back into that in the rest of the year. I do plan on rereading the Ari Salvatore books. Devin has been rereading those and I think he's on the 18th book now. So he's actually gone past what he read when he was younger. He's the one who introduced me to Ari Salvatore. So I would say those are some of my favorite genres in general. Next question. A new release you haven't read yet but want to. I literally just went to Books A Million and got a bunch of new manga that just released. So pretty much all of that. Obviously I have much on my TBR around me. I mean, I literally just did a haul video the other day. Those were all, well, not all of them. There actually was quite a bit of used, but yeah, there was some new releases on there. So I couldn't even begin to list to you what I'm excited to read that I haven't read yet, that I own, because it's just so much. Forgive me. Next, most anticipated release for the second half of the year. So there's a lot of physical manhwa that's coming out that I'm really looking forward to. Now, a lot of it I've read. I don't care. I just want to own it physically. I think the 4th volume of Punch Drunk Love comes out at the end of this year. I think the next volume of Dangerous Convenience Store comes out. I think it ends with the 6th volume, and then there will be no more releases and the story's over basically. I've read both of those series and I love them so much. I highly recommend them. What else comes out? Painter of the Night comes out physically. Lost in a Cloud comes out physically. So there's quite a bit of physical manhwa that I'm looking forward to. Windbreaker, I'm excited for the next few volumes to come out of that. I really want to find out what happens with Endo. Kowloon, I think that there's 2 or 3 more volumes left. I don't know that it's going to be released by the time the year is over, all of them, but I'm excited for the next one. I think that one's volume 9. Cupid is Struck by Lightning. That's written by the same mangaka as I Didn't Mean to Fall in Love. I'm really, really, really looking forward to that one. I enjoyed that series, the two volumes that came out. I like that so much. Doing the same thing is going to be 2 volumes for that one. I really love the covers of these. It's both characters are looking at each other, and I will be displaying that front facing if I can. That'll be exciting. And yeah, there's a ton of stuff that's coming out that I'm really, really excited for. But as far as regular books, I haven't been keeping up with that, unfortunately. So I need to get better about keeping up with new release regular books too. Next, biggest disappointment of 2025 so far. So I know that I said in the beginning that I got really lucky with a lot of stuff that I've read. I would say that probably 99% of the stuff I've read so far, and what I feel like I have physically, I have enjoyed and will enjoy, but there's been 2 things that I didn't really like so much, but I'm still willing to give them a chance. So Roses and Champagne, I did read all of that. It was not my favorite. I will probably buy that physically because I believe the first volume for that manhwa comes out this year as well. I think it's coming out in the next few months, like in the summertime, like September. I don't know. I want to give it another try. I was just disappointed in the blonde character. Like, I just was not expecting us to take that turn, and I wish that they hadn't done that with him. I didn't think that was necessary. And then Perfect Buddy. I would say that one, because I haven't finished it yet, has been the one that I've been the least like excited for, but I'm continuing to push myself to read it because I don't know. I just want to see the end results. I can't stop myself from wanting to see the ending. But I didn't hate those completely, but I really did not like them that much. But because I'm such a sucker, I'm still going to buy them physically and finish them. I know. Next is the biggest surprise of 2025 so far. So my first answer was Killing Stalking. I read all of that a few months ago. I was really shocked, and I was really shocked by the whole story in general. And it took me about like a week to really like be able to talk about how it made me feel. Like when I finished it, I just felt so numb after I finished it, and that really surprised me. I didn't watch a lot of people talk about Killing and Stalking. I kind of went into it trying not to like base it off of anybody else's opinion because I know it had been pretty controversial. So I'm glad that I did that because it really let me, I think, like, I don't want to say form my own opinions. I'm always going to form my own opinion, but I really could just kind of like absorb that story and kind of sit with it. And I was talking about it as I was reading it, which is always fun and can also be like, you know, you just learn more about it. It's kind of like The Fallen Lamb recently. Like, there was so much religious symbolism in it that I didn't catch that I later, when I saw someone talking about it on Twitter, I was like, ooh, okay. And that made it more of an enjoyable read for me. I wouldn't say that Killing Stalking is an enjoyable read necessarily, but I am so glad I read it and I was really surprised by it. Shutline was also one, not a surprise, like I didn't think I was going to like it, but I really did enjoy it. I don't think I'd read anything like that before. Now, I did read it during a time when something really bad happened earlier this year, but I really enjoyed it and I've kept with that story and I've really liked it. I want to see where it's going. I really like Shingun. I really like Jake. I want to see the conclusion and it's just been good. And also, I would say maybe Tears on a Withered Flower. Now, at first, I probably would have put that in the disappointment category, but it has since picked up. So it's surprising me how good it's getting. I could probably even say Operation True Love because, you know, I was hating on that when I was reading it the first time, but then it grew on me. I still haven't read season 2, but it was pretty good. Next one, favorite new author, new to you or debut. So obviously, new to me, Minghua, BJ Alex, and Jinx. I am going to read, that's like going to be an auto read manhwa author that I'm going to always read anything that Minghua writes, period. Like, I know that not a lot of people like Jinx right now. I know some people kind of feel like BJ Alex is mid. That's okay. That's your opinion. I like both of those stories, and I'm really, really liking where Jinx is going right now. I just can't wait for this story to continue. It's just gonna be so good. All right, then Gwendolyn, Hard-Boiled Love. Y'all know I love Hard-Boiled Love, and honestly, that may be my first BL tattoo because I love Gyuwon and Hwa-young so fucking much. They're my favorite couple, period. All right. I love them so much. So I would say those two. Anybody else that I would say, I don't think that I was introduced to them this year. So I can't put those people on the list. But like, obviously, if this was like last year or when like I first read S.A. Cosby, it would have been S.A. Cosby. I would have said, y'all got to go over the thing. But that's not new to me. It's not debut. But yeah, those guys are them. Yes, Minghua and Gwendolyn, get into it. Newest fictional crush. I don't really feel like I crush on characters, but I will say my favorite couple, as I just said, Gyuwon and Hwa-young. I love them so much. I also really love Gojo and Marin. They're just perfect to me. I love them so much. I would definitely say those two couples are my favorite. Do I have another person that I like? There's got to be somebody, but I don't know if I'll remember their name. We'll just stick with those two couples because honestly, like, off the top of my head, those are the main ones that I can remember that I'm absolutely obsessed with. And then newest favorite character, Marin. I also like Nina from Now That We Draw. Gyuwon and Hwa-young, of course. I love Kim Dan, okay? I really do. I mean, yeah. I just got so many. But But yeah, for the first one I wrote was Marin because I love her so much. She's just so true to herself, living life, so cool, so supportive, so nice. I love her. Book that made you cry. So Love in Limbo. I still vividly remember reading that and crying, and then talking about it and crying. I talked about it right when I finished it, and it was so like gut-wrenching to me. I would definitely recommend that. God, it was so good. The ending just got me so, like, it was just so good. I just loved it so much. And then Samel Paris, that made me cry too. The ending of the 3rd volume, please, for the love of God, give me the 4th volume. I think that doesn't come out. Please let it actually come out at the end of this year. That sucks, I have to wait so long. That ending, it was just too much. Anytime I read something where someone's partner passes and there might be time where they're away from them or they're just having to grieve them, like, that is just obviously going to be very hard, I think, for anybody. But unfortunately, I think about stuff like that a lot. I know I need to stop, but it's hard to turn my brain off and not think about, like, worst case scenario moments. So then I'm also consuming TikToks that are that are about stuff like that. So I've got a lot of emotions and I keep putting myself through emotional stress. But those kind of stories are always going to hurt me the most and make me the most emotional. And Love in Limbo was just, it was almost too much. Like, I just wanted to sob so bad. And I did sob. I sobbed. I don't think I sobbed on camera, but I definitely sobbed reading that one. Was there something else? I think there was something else I read that had me just absolutely fucked up when I was doing a reading vlog. I can't remember, but those two still know. Next, book that made you happy. Everything. Like I said, even the ones that disappointed me, like, it's still fun to be able to talk about them in my reading vlogs. So I've been very lucky, you know, knock on wood so far, that nothing has been so bad that I've absolutely hated it. And just like, I wish I could get my time back. Everything I've read has been enjoyable in some way, even if it wasn't as enjoyable as something before. So yeah, nothing has not made me, like, happy in some way. Most beautiful book you bought this year. I don't know that I've really bought anything that has, like, this super breathtaking cover, because, you know, some people buy books, especially with sprayed edges, that are just absolutely breathtaking. I would say probably the prettiest book that I bought, and I don't even physically read it, I listen to it as an audiobook, was probably The Honored Vow. I think I got either the Barnes & Noble exclusive or the Books A Million. I don't remember which one has it all gold. I really love the Halfling Saga covers because they have, like, the eyes that are, I don't know if is the word iridescent. I just love the way that the covers look on those. And I was really, really having a hard time debating on which one I wanted. Did I want the all gold? Did I want the green and gold or something, or green and red? I definitely stuck with the gold one, and I am happy with it. But I don't even read those books physically. I just had to own them physically because I love them so much. So I'd probably go with that one. Next, what are the books you need to read by the end of the year? That, we would be here all day. But I know that I want to read Kimi no Todoke. I know I need to read Kami-sama Kiss. I know I need to get into A Sign of Affection. But there's so many other series that I own that I also need to read. I need to finish what I own of One Piece. I stopped at Dressrosa and have not picked it back up, and that really does bum me out. I need to finish my read of D. Gray Man. Jesus, just looking around me, there's so much. There is so much I need to read. I need to read Tokyo Ghoul Re. And I love Full Metal Alchemist, but I wanted to read Full Metal Alchemist. I have the box set. I haven't read it. Finish Claymore. Yeah, girl, the list is just never gonna stop because, you know, obviously over here I have a bunch of books that I just hauled, so I'm crazy. Favorite video you've made so far in 2025? So I've liked every single video I've made. I am really, really happy with what I've done this year so far. I know that I was, like, really nervous for the longest time to do reading vlogs. They've just continued to get longer and longer. Thank you for everybody in the comments who's like, oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I don't mind how long they are. I really appreciate that because while I'm talking, it's not, I don't think about how long it is. When I upload them to my computer and have to edit them, that's when I go, wow, Connie, why did you do this? Why did you not like pay attention to how long you were yapping? So I really appreciate that. I will say, when I think about the ones that have been the most fun for me to rewatch, I like, God, when I did the all BL video and read read Dick Fight Island, that was so funny to read, to talk about, to edit, then to rewatch and then tell Devin everything. He has a recording of me explaining it to him before I even recorded, well, before I even edited anything. That was crazy. When I was reading Painter of the Night, like as I was reading it, that was fun to talk about. Low Tide and Twilight, really, especially the most recent stuff I've been reading as I've been talking about it as I've been reading it. That has been really fun. So I like pretty much most of my reading vlog videos, no matter how short or long they are. Those have been some of my favorites. Next, a video you thought would flop but did well. I think that when my reading vlogs started to get longer, it's not that I thought that they would flop. I thought that people would be telling me, please, bitch, shut the fuck up. Stop yapping. For the love of God. So it's not that I thought that they wouldn't do well. I just thought nobody would like them. And then I don't know that anybody would tell me in the comments, please stop talking so much. I guess I just thought people might look at that and be like, oh my God, this is so long, and just not even watch it at all. So what I wrote was like reading vlogs in general, especially because I was really nervous to do reading vlogs for a really long time, especially when I first started my booktube channel. I didn't do reading vlogs. I don't even remember when I started doing reading vlogs, but this year it's just been really fun. I'm getting a little bit more creative with like doing sounds and putting memes and GIFs in there, which I love seeing those in other videos. So when I'm putting them in there, it's annoying how funny I think they are. That's genuinely what I think is funny. Okay. I'm cackling. I make Devin come in here. Look at this edit that I just did. It's so funny. He'll tell you. It's ridiculous. I'm a menace in this house, just laughing, cackling as I'm editing them. But yeah, I thought that the reading vlogs would not, because they kept getting longer, I thought that people wouldn't like them. So thank you to everybody in the comments who does not hate me, who says, oh, I'm so excited. Ooh, another video. One compliment that I got a long time ago, and I think this was from our friend Lonnie, was that, and Lonnie, correct me if I'm wrong, or just lie and say that you did say that. But I'm pretty sure it was Lonnie, but someone else could have even said it when they were like, it feels like you're my friend and we're on FaceTime talking to each other. That is a very huge compliment to me, because one thing that's always made me really happy is when anybody who's a friend of mine has felt like, whenever I'm at your house, it feels like home, even when I was a teenager. So when someone says that, like, listening to you, yep, as much as I do, it's just like we're having a conversation back and forth, coming from somebody who likes to talk, that makes me really happy. So, sorry, long tangent aside. Thank you for everybody who is so nice about how long my vlogs are getting. I really appreciate it. Next, any upcoming videos you're excited to make? I'm really excited to make an updated office tour. Now, I know in the reading vlogs I've done, I pretty much showed y'all everything. But there's been a few updates now today that have happened. You might see them in the background. But I'm excited for everybody to kind of like really go in depth with my office tour. Like I really want to like put the prices of things. I want to show you guys where I got something, just in case someone wants to get those things. So yeah, updated office tour is what I'm looking forward to the most, especially because Devin will be helping me film it. Hopefully. We both need to have the time to do it, but you know, we're really going to go around. I'm going to have the mic. I got a nice little prop as well. It's going to be really fun. So I hope everyone's looking forward to that. Next, any channel goals before the end of the year? So I stay consistent, which I'm really proud of myself that I have since I started. When I first started this channel, my big thing was, as long as I'm having fun, I'm going to continue to do it, because the thing that was always like really sad when I would just see people that I followed on YouTube or BookTube, and then they would kind of like be gone for a while, then they come back and they'd be like, why I stopped BookTube? And it was always something along the lines of like, I started reading things that were popular so that I could get engagement, even though I didn't like those things. So they kind of like curated their reading taste to what the audience wanted, but they were not having fun reading. And then it just became like a miserable time for them. So I said to myself, okay, I don't want that to happen. If I stop having fun, or if it starts to just become something that I don't find enjoyable anymore, like I'll stop. But until that happens, like I'm going to keep going, and I want to be consistent, and I've done that, and I'm really, really proud of myself. With that being said, I guess like the next thing I would want is like watch hours increased. I was really excited because I became a YouTube partner. Yeah, I'm so excited for that. The watch hours though, I'm so fucking close. But that'll come in time, you know. Nothing happens. Oh, well, some things can happen overnight, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll happen in time. I'm still having fun. That's what matters. If I never get the watch hours, then it is what it is. I still have people who are consistently watching, which I really appreciate. We're talking, we're interacting. That makes me happy. That's what's important to me. So those are a few things that I'm looking forward to and hoping that the goals are reached. But if it never happens, it's okay, because I'm having fun. We're having fun with each other. I think we are all enjoying, you know, interacting, and that makes me very, very pleased. And last, new creators you've been loving. So it's hard to make a list. No particular order. Melanin Manga, Ms. Manga, Bizarre Individual, Bunko Bun, Nadia Coleccionista. And there's definitely gonna be more than that. I'll put more people down in the description box below, but just to name a few, I know I've been talking all day. But yes, that is the mid-year book Freakout tag with additional questions. I will put all of those in the description box down below. So feel free to do that. Let me know what your thoughts are. How would you answer some of these questions? Let me know. And yes, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please like the video. If you like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on other social media. It's in the description box down below. And you have a good day. Goodbye.